Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new video, and this is your review for the Luton Town 1, Leeds United 1, and that's it. We have won one game in our last 6. One win in our last 6 games. Another performance where we were poor. We were absolutely poor again, and we could have won the game in the end. Solomon had such a massive chance at 1-1 to win it. There was a lovely bit of play, which we'll get into later on, talking about a certain player who played a beautiful ball into Schmidt, who almost, had a chance to score, and it was good defence. But we should have won this game. I'm sorry. I know Luton Town are in good form, but we need to win these games. I just don't see us getting promoted. I know if we win against Borough, my mood will change, but let's get into this game and talk about it. It took 15 minutes for them to score their first goal. Jones scored from a Clark cross, which was started off by Nonso losing the ball, so Nonso lost the ball. Then Tanaka kind of won it back and then lost it again. They then went through, and I said, look at the back post, look at the back post, look at the back post. Firpo doesn't look at his back post, whips over the top, easy goal, bang, 1-0 down. And it was poor defending. Firpo should have been looking at the back post, the player at the back post, and not the one in front of him, and it was just an easy tap in. We're 1-0 down. I mean, after that, we tried to get back in the game. I thought Luton Town were very dangerous. I thought they were actually the more dangerous team at times for part of that game. And then in the 28th minute, Dan James with an absolute beautiful finish. It came from a corner, which, I think went past everyone. It was flicked out to where Dan James was. He cuts in, hits it with his left, into the bottom corner. Beautiful finish from Dan James, and it's 1-1. Then kind of, for me, Luton Town kind of got a hold of the game at times throughout that game after that. Like, I thought after we scored, Luton Town had most of the ball before halftime. They were kind of the more dangerous team and looking like scoring before halftime. We come out in the second half, and then again, they were the way better team for a big chunk of the start of the half. And I think they were probably the better team at the start of the second half for like the first 15 minutes, I would say. And then we took back control of the game, and it was basically all us. I mean, I'm going to say it, Bamford starts in the next game for me. Because when he came on, we looked like such a better team. We looked like such a better team when Bamford came on. He got the ball and he had a nice strike, which was a good save by the keeper. That was a chance we had. Bamford beat his man pretty well, went around and had a strike, and it was saved. Again, Solomon's chance where Dan James whips it across goal. You have to hit the target. Like, if the keeper saves it, I'm fine with that. But you have to hit the target. You have to hit the target. And it should have been 2-1 there. And then the last big chance I can remember us having is when Bamford held it off and then played the ball through perfectly to Schmidt, but it was just good defense that came across and slide tackled and won the ball. But overall, I think it was a poor performance. Didn't think anyone really played amazingly. I thought Solomon in the first half was our best player, and our most dangerous player. And in the second half, I would say Ampadu was probably one of our better players. I think Ampadu was probably one of our best players in the second half. I thought he had an overall good game. But let's go with the player ratings and rate the players. I mean, Carl Darla came in. The first goal isn't his fault. He came in and caught the ball. He made a big save at one point. I remember there was a nice strike and he made a good save to the side. He played all right. I'm going to give him a 6. Jaden Bogle, I don't think had a great game. I'm going to give him a 5.5. Actually, I'm gonna give Darlow a 6.5. Yeah, I'm gonna give Darlow a 6.5, and I'm gonna give Bogle a 5.5. Rodon, I thought had an alright game. I thought he had a good game. I'm gonna give him a 6. Pascal Struijk, who actually went off injured, which could be a big trouble for us. Which means, who are you gonna play centre back? Are you gonna drop Ampadu back there and play Grove in the midfield? Because we still don't know about Rothwell either. He might be out for the season because he's injured now. So yeah, Struijk's injured. Rothwell's injured, and you're looking at those two and you're like, if they're both out, I guess Ampadu goes back into centre back and Grove plays in the midfield next to Tanaka for the rest of the season. If the worst comes to worst and Struijk is out for a while. But no, I think Struijk played all right. I'm going to give him a 6.5 as well. Junior Firpo, I thought had a good game. I thought he actually was good on the attack, of course, and like always. He did get lost at the back post for the goal. That was very bad. So I am going to give him a bit lower because of that. I'm going to give him a 5.5. I probably would have given him like a 6.5, but it's how he got beaten. It's what he did for the goal. Terrible defending, and the ball just went over the top of him. He should have been paying attention behind him. So yeah, Junior Firpo, I think had a good game overall, but a big mistake that cost us the first goal. Ethan Ampadu, I'm actually going to give man of the match. I'm going to give him man of the match because I think he was our best player on the pitch. He was the one trying to go forward, and he actually made a couple of big tackles, that other players just don't do in our team. Like, they don't go into smashing into tackles, but Ampadu was doing that. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Tanaka had a good performance, in my opinion. I don't think he was Tanaka levels. He was part of the reason we can see the first goal, you could say as well, for losing the ball after Nonto lost it, and then Tanaka kind of got it back and then lost it. You could kind of put it on him a bit as well. I'm going to give him a 6.5. And then you go into the 3 behind. Dan James, I think good finish, good goal. I thought he was dangerous at times, a good performance. I'm going to give him a 7. Willie Nonto, I'm going to give him a 5.5. He got muscled out the game. He got absolutely muscled out the game. And that's why you start Aronson in the 10 and not Willie Nonto. I would have played Nonto out wide and not in the 10. That's what happens when you play Nonto in the 10. Wingers can't just fit into the 10. And that's a prime example of you just keep Aronson in the 10 and play Nonto on one of the wings. Yeah. Not good, Nonto Paul, in my opinion. Manuel Solomon, I'm going to give a 7 as well, because I thought he was very dangerous. There was a moment in the first half where he beat his man, cut in, had a good strike, and it was a good save. I thought he was dangerous, and yeah, I thought he played a lot better than he has recently. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. And Joel Pirra up top for me was anonymous. He was anonymous. He was anonymous for me. I'm going to give him a 5.5. He was just, he didn't do anything, in my opinion. I didn't see him do anything. And if he gets the ball to bounce to him and he has a strike, I don't trust him anymore. I said this in my watch along. If a ball drops the Pirro, I don't back him to hit it in the back of the net anymore like I used to. Like most of the season, I'll be like, if it drops him, bang, it'll be in the back of the net. Right now, I don't trust him to hit the target, to not hit the target, but I don't expect him to score. It's 1 goal in 8 games now. And when Bamford came on, as I said, we played a lot better with Bamford in the team up front than Joel Pirro. I would honestly start Patrick Bamford in the next game and probably, honestly, for the rest of the season, because we look like such a better team with him in the side. I'm worried now, because now we've dropped the 3rd because Burnley have won their game, and Sheffield United will probably win their game, which means we're playing catch-up, and guess what? This could mean playoffs all over again. Oh my God, I just can't be asked with playoffs again. I don't want to watch the Championship for another season, and you know what can happen if we don't get promoted this season? I don't see us getting promoted automatically next season. I think it'll be playoffs again if we're lucky with how many good teams are, the 3 coming down, and then you got the 3 coming down, as I always say, and then you got Sunderland, you got Coventry, you got West Brom, you got Middlesbrough, who might be around there. Did I say Coventry? I think I did. I'm missing a couple of teams that could be in and around there. You look at Wrexham, if they spend a lot of money when they come up into the Championship, which they can, you think. And yeah, but we're not going to win the playoffs. I just don't back Leeds United ever to win the playoffs. We never win at Wembley. And yeah, I'd probably start Bamford for the rest of the season in the 9. Put Aronson back into the 10, please. And maybe if you do want to play Nonto, you play him on one of the wings. That's my opinion. Another poor performance, but we did get a point in the end. Yeah, we got a point in the end, but still, I'm very worried for the rest of the season. 1 win in 6, as I said. 1 win in 6 or 1 win in 7. I think it's 1 win in 6. But yeah, for the rest of the season, that's what I would go with. I'll put Aronson back at the 10, Bamford in the 9, because I just think that's what we played well with. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was 1 win in 6. So 1 win in 6 with all draws and 1 loss in there. Like, the performances have not been good recently. We've been poor. And Borough are going to be a very difficult game, by the way. Borough's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be harder than this one, in my opinion. And we're going to have to be at our best. But yeah, for me, if we don't beat Borough, because I know I said if we don't beat Luton, I don't think we get top 2. But for me, if we don't beat Borough, that guarantees it for me. Because I said I'll take 4 points in the next 2, which is win 1, draw 1. So if we beat Borough, I'll be confident that we can still get up in the top 2, because it'll be 4 points in 2 games. 4 points in 2 games. So my confidence will be lifted a bit. But we need a win, 1,000,000%. We need a win. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch you guys in the next one.